It's Saturday morning, probably about 8:30. I just cleaned these brakes and they're squeaking again. It's probably about 8:30 right now. February morning, wet February morning, kind of drizzly out. Supposed to be getting some more rain later. So if it does start raining a lot, I'm gonna probably head home. Because I just cleaned all the rust off of my drivetrain, and that was a big job. And I'm not trying to get this thing wet again. It's tough keeping your bike clean this time of year with all the salt, and between the salt and all the damp, it really does a number on your drivetrain. So I just had breakfast at Hardee's back there. So I thought before I head back, I'd go ahead and do my little mailbox dumpster diving route. That's the mailbox there that I usually go to. And this is usually the first dumpster I hit, unless I go the other way. I see a bunch of those bottle cans. I think they're called bottle cans, those aluminum deals. These are cool to grab because they have about twice as much weight as a regular can, maybe 1.5 times. So I don't mind grabbing these guys. I think a few videos back I was talking about how I was trying to minimize my spending and only really buy stuff for the business this year and not any personal stuff like whatever, electronics, musical instruments, or anything like that. So it's almost, we're coming into March here pretty soon, and I think I've done pretty well so far. I did buy that laptop for video editing purposes. That would have probably been my big expense, but looks like that is going to be used as my main eBay listing computer too. So I can actually write that off as a business expense. So that doesn't really count. As far as personal spending this year, my wife and I have gone out to dinner probably like 3 or 4 times, probably 4 times. And we did just get back from a trip to Florida to see my mom, and that was kind of about half business, half personal, so I was doing some sourcing down there too. So I can't write all of that off, but I can write some of it off. But other than that, so far so good. As long as my phone holds up. Chair mat there. Got some granola bar action here. Those for myself. These are probably expired. That's fine. Yeah, they're about a month expired. And they have sugar in them. They're pretty low sugar though. Yeah, I'll keep those. If they're stale, I'll throw them away. They're probably fine. been a while since I found anything good in here, like really good, like software, hardware, or anything like that. I used to almost always be able to count on at least some broken USB cables or something. There's almost always something in here. Some packing paper, pretty good. Keep the packing paper for shipping. I'm not really seeing anything in here. I don't think that's anything I could sell. It's been opened up and returned. Ink cartridge. Let's see if we can dig around the bottom here. Toner cartridge. Here. Anything. A lot of stuff in here. I think we'd find something. I don't think so. It's like a mouse. Bunch of food trash in here though. Might be worth looking into. It's got the adapter and stuff too, the receiver. Take it. What's interesting? These bags are hard to rip open. Really strong bags. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Look at these cards. Oh. Flash drive, guys. Somebody's really going to town on the Monster coffee drinks. Damn. I think they drink all 4 of those in one day, like on one shift. It's pretty intense. I know most people like doing this at night. I don't really like dumpster diving at night. For one thing, you kind of never really know what kind of creeps are wandering around this area. Even though this used to be a very nice part of town, it's slowly becoming just as crappy as the rest of Peoria. And I've seen some sketchy stuff around here. Like obviously there's people just hanging out back here drinking beer. Which is weird. I guess it's not weird. I think a lot of people, I mean, this could be kids or whatever, throwing out their stash, or maybe they were parked back here drinking or something. But it's weird how many beer cans you see on the side of the road. Like, you know, obviously someone's just drinking a beer while they're driving down the road or whatever, and then they just throw it out. It seems more common than, well, at least what I would have thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these bottle cans. These are probably about 2-3 cents each, maybe. I think your typical can is right around 2 cents right now. I calculated it out one time, trying to figure out how many normal cans it takes to get a pound and how much each actual can would be worth, and I think it came out to about 2 cents each can. So these would be worth a little more than that. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 12 of these guys. I don't know. Might not be worth it, but let's scrap aluminum. Beverage cans are at 40 cents a pound right now. Got a few ounces here, I guess. Wait. I actually like this kind of weather for dumpster diving. It's kind of misting out. Hopefully the camera's not getting all wet. And it's like high 30s right now. It's supposed to get up to 43, 44, maybe 45, something like that today. It's probably like 38 or 39 right now. Oh wow, some more cans. I guess I'll just grab them all while I'm doing it. If I don't get them, somebody else will, if they just get thrown away. Somebody was really going to town on Miller Lite back here. Pretty dry too. Whoever was drinking these was thirsty. Probably kids, you know. Who knows? Because it's weird how spread out they were. I mean, I found the first one all the way down there by that dumpster. I don't have to crush these for the scrapyard or anything. I just do it to save space. Go ahead and turn my lights on before I forget. Put my front light. There it is. That's not a bad start. We got a USB mouse, wireless mouse. This will probably work. And a bunch of cans. Onward and upward. Here's some nice boxes. These are kind of wet. Another bummer is they got rid of the, I don't think I'm gonna worry about cardboard today because it's so damp outside. I don't want it to just get wet, gross, smelly by the time I get home. That is going to be on my radar for the next week or so, though. I need to really re-up my box supply. But yeah, like I was saying, the single stream recycling centers closed in this town. It's no longer a service that's being offered. You can no longer go to a place where there's a bunch of recycle dumpsters and dump your recyclables in it. You have to be part of their scheduled pickup program. Like, it's trash pickup. Like, trash pickup is every week and recycling pickup is every 2 weeks. And you need a special bin for that. But the thing that sucks about that is, well, a couple of things for me. One is that's where I got all my newspaper for packing. So I don't know where I'm gonna get newspaper now, like in mass quantities. I guess I can start grabbing it out of dumpsters, but it's not like you see tons of, you'll see a newspaper here and there. So I guess I'll start grabbing that when I see it. And you know, like the packing paper I just found, the brown packing paper, that's always good to find. But the other thing that sucks about that going away, there are two of them here in town, they closed both of them, is I actually used to find stuff to sell when I'd take the recycling in. I'd always kind of like look through the bins, and I found, best thing I ever found there was an iPad. Like a first generation, it was a mini, iPad mini, like the first generation one, but I sold it for like 75-ish. So I probably made, that was like 75 free shipping, like how I always do it. So that was probably close to a $50 bill in my pocket. That was nice. Other things I used to find there would be like vintage magazines and books, and just all kinds of neat stuff. So that source of free packing material and items to sell has gone away. One thing I've noticed, at least in this town since I started doing this, is dumpsters will go away, but you don't really see new dumpsters appearing. So it's kind of an ever dwindling, it's kind of depressing. But I guess that's what you have in kind of a dying town and a dying state, where everybody's who can leave is leaving. So you're gonna see more businesses closing, or you're gonna see more dumpsters going away. I think that's just all there is to it. And as far as the single stream thing goes, single stream recycling centers, I know a big part of it is, I read that China is not buying what they call contaminated recycling anymore. So from what I understand from reading articles about single stream recycling and how that's profitable, I think machines go through everything first, then people have to go through and make sure everything's separated properly, and whatever's left over is like recycling that's contaminated with actual trash, which gets I guess, you know, palletized or put in shipping containers and sent to China, where they would further sort it by hand. But I guess that doesn't make any economic sense anymore with like the new tariffs and all that stuff. So that's one thing that's going away here. See, yeah, there used to be a dumpster here. Perfect example. There used to be a dumpster here and it's gone. And I see this happen from time to time. They're probably just moving to putting everything, well, I fell off my bike there, putting everything into that compactor dumpster. Yeah, it used to be right here. So yeah, that's crazy. I was just talking about that. So yeah, I've noticed that since I've been doing this every once in a while. Oh, that's a new sign too. I bet they were getting a lot of illegal dumping back here. That sign is new. That just got put up. So yeah, I bet there was like a lot of illegal dumping going on, and they just decided to bail on that dumpster and just go to the compactor. So yeah, that's what happens. Dumpsters go away. They don't really regenerate though. I don't see new ones popping up. I don't see new businesses opening up with new dumpsters. I just see them closing and the dumpsters going away. But yeah, back to the single stream thing. That's no longer as profitable as it was due to the economic situation with China. And the other problem is just the overall poor quality of recyclables that they get in a single stream. I mean, it's still a single stream system with the scheduled pickups that they have. You don't have to separate anything. It all goes into one bin. But with those large dumpsters, recycling dumpsters at the single stream recycling center, the quality of recyclables, I think, is poor. I think people are generally really uneducated about what can and can be recycled, and rightfully so, because it's super confusing about what plastics can be recycled and what plastics can't. It also varies from municipality to municipality, so you kind of got to educate yourself. But I don't know how many times I'd go there and just see straight up garbage in there, like mattresses, you know, gross pizza boxes. Yeah, like this used to be a Burlington coat factory, this building, and it's gone out of business. This was like a flagship store to this shopping center, and they're gone now. I know a couple videos back, there were some big dumpsters there, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, and that's what was happening. They were just throwing a bunch of stuff out. I never checked those dumpsters. It probably would have been an interesting thing to check out, but this is a one-man show. I can't do it all. I can't do it all. I gotta prioritize my time. Another nice thing about working in the rain like this, there's just nobody out here. Plus it's Saturday morning, so it's pretty dead. I think I was talking about dumpster diving at night earlier. I didn't really complete my thought, but it seems like most people on YouTube will tell you to dumpster dive at night, and I just don't like doing it here because yeah, like I said, there's creeps walking around, and raccoons everywhere. I mean, there would be coons at every single one of these dumpsters, and I'm not scared of those guys, but I'm also not trying to compete with them. And during the day, I feel like it looks more like I'm legit, like I'm not shady, like I'm not a criminal trying to find people's ID and trying to steal people's ID or whatever. These dumpsters are all just empty. This is the Red Wing dumpster. Gotten some gold out of there for sure. I actually just sold another pair. Is that a piece of brass there? It might be. Do I even have a magnet? I don't have a magnet with me. Unbelievable. I think that's a piece of aluminum actually. I can't believe I don't have a magnet. I guess I got one in my wallet. My money clip is like a magnetic deal. I guess I can use that in a pinch. So yeah, I just prefer dumpster diving during the day. And you do have to deal with more people. Possibility of someone coming out and yelling at you is greater probably during the day, but this works better for me. Okay, there might be a hole in my shoe somewhere, and I feel some dampness on my sock right now. So I'm gonna start heading home because my foot gets wet and it's really cold out. That could be a really bad time. And some wire. Some Cat 5 action. Let's see what else we got. Anything else hiding in there? Number 1 wire. This gross thing is. Gross. Finding more wire. Might have been it though. There's some more over there. Over here. Okay. More Cat 5. I'll move my bike so I can dig down there a little bit more effectively. Yeah, I'm starting to get wet. I wonder if any of this footage is going to even be usable at all. Probably water drops all over the camera. What this is? Plastic. Computer box. It's empty. All right. It's in my way. Okay. I can't remember if the store was open or not. I'm just gonna close it. Okay, I'm going home. I'm getting soaked. My bike's getting soaked. Okay, so I ended up with 8 of these Taos Mountain energy bars, which I have not tried yet. They're, yeah, about 30 days expired, so probably fine. About, I don't know, 2 pounds of aluminum beverage cans. This little amount of e-scrap here, Cat 5 wires, some number 1 copper wire, this little piece of aluminum, this nice little bubble wrap bag that I can use for shipping, like, I don't know, video game cartridge, something like that. A little bit of brown packing paper. The mouse and the receiver work fine. I had just needed to put a new battery in it. It does work. I did notice the left mouse button doesn't like click as much as the right button, and doesn't kind of have like the same feel. It kind of has a weird feel to the left mouse button, so that might have been why it got returned. But other than that, I'll probably just keep it, maybe use it for myself for a while, or just end up scrapping it out. Thanks for watching the video.